Have you ever wondered how God can transform your life? Today, I'm going to share something incredible with you. Believe me, God is ready to perform a miracle in your life right now. But remember, nothing will change unless you're willing to let God reveal something special to you today. The devil is like a thief who tries to steal valuable things. When he comes to steal from someone, it means that person has something precious. If you feel that the devil has stolen your peace or joy, don't accept it. It's time to take a stand. The joy that comes from the Lord gives you strength, and you should not allow the enemy to steal that from you. Set boundaries. Exodus 14:14 tells us that the Lord will fight for us, so raise your hands in prayer and thanksgiving. The battle is not yours, and praising God is another way to win in a battle. I ask you, the last time you faced a battle, did you consider raising your hands? And now, in the battle you're involved in, have you thought about raising your hands? When someone of faith raises their hands in a spiritual battle, they are surrendering the fight to the Lord. Remember that Jesus didn't give his life on the cross for you to live in fear and hopelessness in the hands of the devil. Be brave, speak, and declare that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Use God's words and affirm that goodness and mercy will be by your side every day. Affirm that the Lord is your guide, and you shall not want, meaning you will not lack anything. Our lives have limitations, and we can't do everything. We need to find time to put God first. This is important because every day we face many things to do, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. It's essential to know when to say no in situations that may harm our faith, family, or health. We don't need to answer every call, watch every movie, or attend every event. We must have priorities, and God should be one of them. I recommend praying for wisdom and knowing when it's appropriate to say no. Saying no may mean you need time for prayer, Bible reading, or fellowship with the Holy Spirit. This is not a problem, but a step to protect your faith and relationship with God. So, I wish you peace and wisdom. So be it. The devil comes to steal, but he only tries to steal where he sees value. This means that if the devil is trying to steal from you, it's because you have something valuable. If he has stolen your peace or joy, you don't have to accept that. You have the power to say no to these things and take back what's yours. The Bible tells us that the joy of the Lord is our strength, so don't let the devil steal your joy and strength. Learn to say no to the enemy. When you raise your hands in prayer and praise, you are surrendering the battle to God. Furthermore, the Bible reminds us that the battle is not ours but the Lord's. So when you face challenges, say no to defeat and fear. Say no to being overwhelmed by problems. Say no to the devil's lies. Learning to say no is about setting priorities. You have only 24 hours in a day, so you need to decide how to spend them. Make sure to prioritize your relationship with God. Use the word no wisely to protect your time and energy for what truly matters. Remember, saying no is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Use this small word with power and purpose. Say no to the enemy, to fear, and to defeat, and say yes to victory and peace in God. Stress is a common enemy for all, whether you are a believer or not, a follower of Christ or an atheist. We all face stress. Now, how does this relate to your Christian life? Well, many of us are stressed and overwhelmed because we struggle to say no to the demands that consume us. This leads us to an important question. When do we set aside time for God? When do we prioritize feeding our faith and spirit through worship, prayer, and Bible study? If we are not doing these things as Christians, it's time to reassess our priorities. Learning to say no is powerful. It can relieve stress and combat negativity. When anxiety or worry come knocking, say no. When the devil tries to attack, also say no. You have the right to protect your life, your home, your marriage, and your children. Don't allow the enemy to have free rein in your life. I've learned the power of saying no. I reached a point where I was tired, fed up with the devil's lies, tired of feeling useless. Don't allow this to happen to you any longer. Be strong and confident in God. One day, as I was reading the Bible, I realized the strength and power that God has given me. I understood that I can face any challenge in His name. So, I decided to say no. I said no to fear, because I now know that I am a child of God and not a slave to fear. I declared that I am good enough because I have the power of Christ in me. I learned to say no to doubts about my self-esteem. I also said no to the devil, refusing to let him enter my life and affect my family. I want you to understand the importance of saying no. Learn to fight when you feel persecuted. Affirm that you won't give up because God is by your side and no one can defeat Him. We live in a society that values success and productivity, leading many people to stress. But you can take control, say no to negativity, and affirm your faith in God.